What's up to all those alone in the zone? It's the one putting in work with that pencil, John Eli Lopez, back once again on a mission to get you one step closer to being the king or the queen of the pencil. And today I'll be mixing mediums. If you'd like to follow along, all you would need is some markers, color pencils, and some paper. All right, let's get to it. The subject I'll be working on today is a rose. And mind you, you can choose anything to work on. And when you're mixing mediums, you want to be able to have them blend together seamlessly. So the viewer can't really figure what is really happening. They're enjoying the visuals first before they try to break it apart and figure out what made it up, right? So I just wanted to pass that on to you. And right now I'm working off a reference photo. I'm getting the initial sketch in. And we just making sure getting that shape in. I'm also using a kneaded eraser. And when you decide to try something like a rose or flower, especially a rose, because it's so much petals, it is very intricate. Especially if you are trying to, break it down by individual petals. But if you're doing like a impressionist kind of thing where you're blurring out certain areas or you're not getting too detailed, then it makes life a bit easier but still challenging, right? There's no way around it. A rose is definitely something to analyze. And I'm first now starting off with like a red orange, and then now I'm coming with the red. But they're very close in tones. So this is one of the tricks or techniques I wanted to show you was when you're using the markers, you want to I guess it depends on the type of style you're going for, but for what I'm doing here, I wanted to start with tones that were closely matching, and then we're gonna transition and blend it all together. Right? But as you see here, the red, orange, and the red are very similar. I left the middle of the rose open because I wanted that to be really a kind of a different tone going into the middle there. So, and just remember, the further away the tone is from each other when you're doing marker, the more of a blending transition you're going to have to work with to try to make it all work together. Because right now you see they're clashing. That kind of lavenderish tone I have there is just clashing with the red orange. So now I'm coming on top here with getting the shadows in. And I didn't want to do this first and then come on top of it with the red, but that would add a whole totally different effect. And that might be something I try another time where you just go over the tight pencil drawing with the marker. But I wanted to do it opposite and get the markers in first. So now basically I've all but covered up my line drawing. So now I'm kind of putting it back in with the color pencil. And I'm going kind of dark because I don't want to lose it again. And of course, with a rose, the outer petals are much uh, easier because, the larger. It's when you get to the inner petals, it gets tighter and a lot of overlapping and shadows and lights. And there we go. It's starting to come together. But that lavender and the red orange is still clashing. And I know that, but my main objective here is just getting the shadows in. Now I'm coming here with a red color pencil, and that is just going to merge everything together. Now I'm going over everything and leaving some of that lavender back to the black. And now we are just separating the petals even more. This is where your pencil game comes into play. Because there's only but so much a reference photo can show you. Now we come in here with the color pencils, getting some highlights in there, the white, back to some of the red, blending that out. And that's, after you get to this stage, now you start doing that back and forth thing. Getting that stem in and those are three separate tones of greens I have there, and they kind of clash a bit. But my plan is to come with that color pencil and the black color pencil and just kind of blend everything together, black and green. So just getting all the different greens in there. And now I'm coming here with the green color pencil and just blending everything together. And that's just going to bring all the greens that I use, because I use four separate tones of greens. Four separate green tones on here. And just now when I'm coming with the color pencil, just bringing everything together. So that eventually will be blended. And mind you, just some regular old markers was used, not the fancy expensive ones. And I'm coming in with the white, getting some highlights. Then I have the black color pencil, and that is just gonna bring the shadows in and get everything flowing. Get that needed eraser, loose straggle pencil lines, get that out of there. And of course, I didn't want my background to take away from the rose, so we just getting a light blue background going. Very light. So remember, don't think of any object or anything as simple. Once you start to analyze it and try to break it down and try to render it, it's like you're going down to the tiniest levels of this thing and breaking it apart. And you conquer in each challenge. Each part of it is a different challenge. As you see here, it's all blended together. You can't really figure out, was this done in marker, color, pencil, watercolor, with color pencil. It's kind of, it's just out there. And getting some of that black color pencil and the shadows at the bottom, going to make it stand out from the background. Some highlights in there. And, after you put the background in and things like that, you'll come back and see what's missing. And definitely some highlights. Some shadows will bring it all together. And there you have it, folks. We are done. Very nice. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you did, raise a finger to that subscribe button. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Any feedback will be appreciated. So until next time, John Eli Lopez signing out. Y'all be good and be safe.